What's one of the dumbest things you've ever spent money on? I was 11 and my dad gave me $50 to spend at the mall. So I wandered into a gift shop and spent it all on an electronic vibrating oinking pink pig. I never played with it after I brought it home. Tried to return it, only to be offered store credit. When I went on a school field trip to Washington DC back in middle school, I bought a $2 bill at a souvenir shop for $20. SMH. When I was 19, I got a construction job that paid fairly well. Stupid me got all hot and horny for a fun car. I signed up for a 5-year loan after test driving the first one. I ended up having engine failure almost 2 years later. Because it was a used car, and from a shady used car dealer. The warranty was well expired. I couldn't afford to get a new engine for it, so I ended paying over 3 years for a car that I wasn't driving. There was this guy named Don Lapper who sold money making kits. Like how to make money with classified ads. I think I invested about $350 and received literally nothing of value. I was young. And being stupid. Looked him up tonight to remember how to spell his name. Turns out he killed himself with a razor blade while in jail in 2011. I was drunk and bought Monster Ballads off an infomercial. And I paid an extra $20 for rush delivery. Because I was drunk and needed it ASAP. And it showed up a month later. When I was like 14 I bought a pack of intentionally mismatched socks that were really expensive. Like, only one of each pattern. Could have bought twice as many normal socks and just mismatched them myself. This past Christmas Eve I was doing some last minute shopping and came across a wine glass shaped like Buddy from the movie Elf, which of course also had Will Ferrell's face on it. With everything kinda being out of order with the holiday rush I didn't know how much it cost. But I bought it on pure impulse because I thought it was funny. It wasn't until I left the store and looked at the receipt did I realize that it cost $22, which is way more than it's worth. To remind me of my mistake, I now drink out of that glass exclusively and have been for the past 5 months. I have to wash it like twice a day, but I won't stop using it until I feel like I've gotten my $22 worth. I spent $40 one of those amusement park booths where you had to throw darts at balloons. For some reason, I picked out this really ugly 7 feet tall frog stuffed animal. It's in the corner of my closet and still scares me when I'm half awake in the morning. Most expensive dumb thing. A Mercedes 500 cell. Literally bankrupt myself buying parts and gas for that ducking land yacht. Sold it for half what I paid and felt lucky to be rid of it. Dumbest dumb thing. A metallic gold laden painting of a Pontiac Firebird. It uses white trash, and I had planned on putting it in a family gift exchange as a joke, but didn't end up going, and got stuck with it. It's currently hanging in a storage room. Like all classy paintings do. I bought a timeshare. I was just a few weeks out of basic training, and bought one of those family lineage with the shields on it and description. I blew $500 or so bucks just to find out it wasn't even accurate. Gifts for my mother. She complains every single time. Got that inflatable dinosaur costume. Wore it once around my campus and now I forgot where it is. ShamWow. I mean, it's got sham right there in the name. But I wanted to support Vince from ShamWow's crusade against Scientology. Boxes. I never save them and toss them in recycling. Well, moving time came around and I was in need of many boxes. So I spent more money than I would like to admit of cardboard and bubble wrap. Got drunk and started ordering ninja gear off of Amazon and forgot about it until it showed up like a week later. Swords, nunchucks, a suit and mask. Big wedding. All that money. Cold helped so many problems we had later. Divorced anyway. I once bought my girlfriend a hat and had her name embroidered on it. She asked me if I would ever wear a shirt with my name on it. I would not. The blanket that makes you look like a giant burrito. It was super thin and of poor quality. Not to mention not big enough to cover me. Now I'll never look like a burrito. I bought my oldest a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. I bought a make-it-yourself music box with a series of cards to punch out the notes and then insert so you can play whatever tune you want. Thought I could make my GF a special gift. Then I realized that I can't read music, and when I tried to punch it by ear it sounded bloody awful. Edit, you see. This is why I love Reddit so much. A whole heap of helpful messages and comments, and just 6 hours later I can now make something that is vaguely recognizable. Here you go Reddit. You earned this. Thanks everyone. I had a few drinks, TGIF, and wandered into a Williams-Sonoma store in a state of euphoria. There I saw a special edition KitchenAid stand mixer made in bronze that was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. It was on sale for $999. Naturally, I bought it. But because I'm a single guy who doesn't bake, it's just taking up much needed counter space. I bought a cat eye stencil off Amazon that's supposed to help with liquid eyeliner application. Because my hands are shaky as duck. Didn't check the reviews. It's a crappy piece of plastic shaped like a cat that breaks really easy. Apparently. I wouldn't know. I bought it a week ago drunk, and it's shipping from China with an estimated arrival of July 2070. Edit. Literally saved every bit of advice for my attempts tomorrow. Thanks all. A copy of Cory in the House for the Nintendo Except FO $30 in 2019. Edit. Math gang antics involved. The 500 cat toys in my house, me cat will never play with any of them, yet I get tricked into buying them when I go into the pet store. Why? Why do you do this to me? Connie 2012. Oh man, is it Connie 2012? I bought a pager. The clip snapped. I took it to where I bought it. We only cover the pager, not the case. I walked outside right in front of the window and spiked the crap out. 8F it. Walked back inside and said my pager is broken. $10. Delivery fee for a $8 meal. I absolutely loved her. But the Great Dane I had was dumb. I'm talking so ducking irredeemably dumb that she would regularly smash face first into walls chasing flies and run right into a closed door. Not see-through. When I asked if she needed to go out, she was a sweet loving good girl. This year I paid $60 for a Shrek action figure wearing an Aska racing suit at a thrift store. Bumpits. I once went to a novelty/thrift shop that had a ton of random crap. Ended up spending $10 on a framed picture of Count Dooku, Darth Sidious and Jango Fett from Star Wars, since my GF thought it was funny. The frame recently broke, and I found out, after seeing the back of the picture, it was from a calendar when Attack of the Clones came out. Someone just cut this picture out of an old calendar, put it in a frame, and my dumbass voluntarily spent $10 on it. A 155 pack of condoms. A week after I had a vasectomy. Complete brain dead moment. A tiny alarm clock. Smaller than my hand. It actually functions pretty well though. So it's a good travel alarm. As long people don't get suspicious about the ticking noise coming from your bag. Also a great way to hide the sound of the bomb inside your bag. This thing Susan Sumrus was pitching on QVC at 3 AM 15 years ago to help avoid getting wrinkles on your face. I was up all crazy hours with a newborn at the time, so a bit delirious. It was some electrical impulse mini machine for approximate $150. Susan looked fantastic and said she hadn't ever had plastic surgery and had just used this little machine on her face her whole life. I believed it. Spent the money, and when it arrived 3 weeks later I never even took it out of the box to use it. The Uber Eats delivery fee for an entire dozen cookies from Great American Cookie. I live less than half a mile away, but I was lazy, and I wanted those goddamn cookies at like 10 PM. They were glorious, and I don't want to think about the calories I consumed that night. Priority shipping during COVID quarantine. I just wanted to see if it would arrive, but I'm still waiting on that order I placed in early March. Paid $59 on a strapless adhesive bra. Edit. This is not really a bra, but more like 2 silicone cups with a sticky side. Most of those are worth $10-20. Mine was really sticky, but it offers absolutely no support. So it makes the bra absolutely pointless. Duck you la senza. Expensive bras for a cheap quality. Shampoo. I'm bald. My quarantine shopping recently led to me purchasing a manatee-shaped tea infuser. A Himalayan salt lamp. Useless, but aesthetically pleasing. In-app purchases. I once blew $1,000 on a mobile game. A sword cane with a snake head on it. The blade wasn't sharp, and I never used it. Just bought it to essentially look cool. Now I can't find it. Edit. As I read the comments. Let me update. I bought it from a legitimate and legal magazine. I also bought it, not only because it looked cool, but because I wanted to look cool like Lucius Malfoy's wand cane. I didn't really care that there was a sword in it. Edit 2. Thanks for all the upvotes. I spent about $10 on premium currency for a crappy mobile game one time about 8 to 9 years ago. I still feel ashamed now. Edit. For anyone interested. This is a pretty interesting read regarding the maths and psychology behind free-to-play/premium currency-based mobile games. Has nobody noticed the fact there is hundreds of awards on this post? I'm pretty sure a tiny sticker for someone you've never met is the dumbest thing you can spend money on all the same. Here's my poor person award. I just spent $250 on the 1989 Batmobile Lego set. Arrived today. Part of me is excited to build it. However, the other side just thinks, what are you doing? You're a 27-year-old man spending money on Legos during a pandemic. But still excited to build tomorrow. Edit. Thanks everyone. I didn't know the Lego community was so genuinely nice and supportive. My answer really doesn't fit the question anymore, haha. Cigarettes. Smoke free 4 years. Alcohol. Sober 28 years. My ex. I spent around $100 on pop figurines. Not the best idea for my savings that year. Edit. Wow. Did not expect lots to have the same view. Thank you. Strangers. A Nigerian prince. Still waiting on him though. He can't leave his home because of COVID.